If you only have $500, the fastest way to lose it is to trade like you have a $5,000 account. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to structure your account the professional way so you can grow it into a big account by following these simple steps. So let's get into it. Step 1, structuring your account. When you open your account, you want to make sure that you structure your account by having a cash account and applying for a level 2 options trading as opposed to just the margins account. So what is a cash account? So a cash account that will allow you to trade without having to borrow money from the broker. So you are trading with money that you have versus the margins account. That is money you are borrowing from the broker. So think of it this way. A cash account is the money that's in your bank account, right? Without having those funds in your account, you can't trade. You can't get into a trade. Versus a margins account, it's borrowed money. It's like a credit card. The credit card, you have more money that you can trade with, but it's not your money. So what the broker will do, say if your account size is $1,000, the broker will allow you to trade with more, $2,000. So they're giving you more buying power. However, that comes with more risk. With more risk, that means you have the ability to lose more than you actually put in. So that $1,000 that you have, and now the broker give you more buying power. So overall, you'll have $2,000, right? So we're just using this as an example. So overall, you have $2,000. So with that $2,000, now imagine if you take a loss of $1,500. Now, not only did you lose your initial amount that you started with of $1,000, but you lost another $500. So you lose more than you actually have, more than you actually started with. Now you're putting yourself at a deficit. So it is very important to start and have a cash account. And with the cash account, think of it like a debit card. If you don't have that money, you can't trade. So it protects you from bad downside. And on top of that, you can't do more than, on top of that, with the cash account, on a margins account, you can't do more than 3-day trades in a 5 business day period because of pattern day trading rules. If you do more than 3-day trades, that means say if you get in a trade the morning of when the market opens from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., you enter a trade and you get out of that trade, right? That's considered one trade within that same day. If you do that more than 3 times in a 5 business day period, your account will get suspended. With the cash account, you can get into as many trades as you want as long as you have the cash available. So with an account size of $500, say if you got into a trade that cost $100 the first opening hour of the market, you will have $400 left to use for the rest of that day to get into trades. And then the next day, it'll reset. It'll start over. You have to wait 24 hours. The next following business day is going to reset. So that protects you from having to, one, get yourself in a position where you're over leveraging, feeling like you have more money to trade with, and then protecting you from your account being suspended for pattern day trading rules. So make sure you have a cash account, not a margins account. The other thing too, you want to apply for level 2 options trading. Level 2 options trading allows you to buy calls and puts. And as you guys know, with calls and puts, that means if you believe the price of the stock is going to go up, you buy the calls. That means as you buy the calls, the options contract, the value of those options contract will go up when that stock price goes up. And then with puts, when the price of the stock goes down, the value of the option contract will go up. So essentially, you want to keep it simple. Just do calls and puts. So applying for option level 2 will allow you to be able to get into those calls, into those puts. You don't have to do anything complicated. You don't need to do butterflies and all these different spreads. Keep it simple. You're just starting out. You want to turn your $500 account into a big account. You want to grow it. So if you're going to do that, you need to keep it simple. Don't do anything complicated. Just in and out, simple plays. That's the best way for you to grow, right? So step 1, we have structuring your account, making sure you have a cash account, and applying for level 2 options trading. Now, step 2, this is the most critical thing that you can do. Create a risk management model. Let me say it one more time because I cannot stress the importance of this. Create a risk management model. The reason why this is so important, the market, as fast as you can make money, you can lose money faster. Think of it this way. The market is designed to take your money. So if you don't have the proper risk management strategy, you can easily lose it just like that, right? So you have to make sure you create a risk management strategy, a model for you to follow and stay disciplined, consistent too. Follow this simple step, right? This simple model, risk management strategy that I use that you can apply to a small account. So an account size of $500, what you want to do out of that $500, use 20% per trade. So $500, 20% you're risking per trade. That is equivalent to $100. That equals $100 that you're using per trade. And now you're going to have a 25% max stop loss. That means you can stop it 10%, 15, but max, a hard stop loss is going to be at 25% no matter what. Now that 25% out of that $100, that is $25. That means it is it's 5% out of your overall account. So let me bring it back for you, just so you can understand. Small account size, $500. Use 20% per trade of the overall account balance. So $500, 20% of your overall account, that is $100. That means $100 you're using per trade. And that $100 per trade, you're going to have a 25% stop loss. That 25% stop loss is $25 out of the $100. That $25 out of the $500, that's only 5% max that you're risking. So that means you're going in these trades, protecting yourself, protecting from the downside. So 5%, just 5% you're risking. Mind you, you can stop it before that. The 5% is just the max. So it should be anywhere between 1 to 5% for your risk management strategy. Once you have that, you lock that in and you rinse and repeat. As your account size grow, then the amount will increase, but the percentage should stay the same. So automatically you're protecting yourself in order for you to grow your account, right? So first step that we have, structuring your account. With the cash account, applying for level 2 options trading. Second step that we have is creating your risk management model. And now the third step. Third step is picking the right stock and contracts to trade. So when you're trading options, it is very, very important that you trade stocks that are optionable, stocks that are high in liquidity, stocks that have high volume. So what that means, stock like S&P 500, SPY, SPY, QQQ, Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, those stocks, they have high volume. Given that these stocks have high volume, you'll be able to enter these trades and get out these trades a lot faster versus trading a stock that doesn't have much volume. On top of that, your spreads are going to be tighter. And it is very important given that you have a smaller account. Therefore, you got to go further out of the money with your contracts because the in the money contracts cost a lot more. So you have to go further out of the money. So therefore, you want to trade a stock that automatically has high volume. Tesla is one of the most traded stocks, and these are one of the stocks that I trade every single day. So automatically, you're going to get high volume with these contracts. And given that you're going to get high volume in these contracts, you'll be able to sell your contract. You'll be able to get rid of your contract. Because if you're trading a stock that has very low liquidity, what's going to happen is as soon as you enter that trade, your spread's already far to begin with. So you may be starting that trade down 10%, 15, 20%. And options trading is hard to begin with. Now imagine starting 20, 25% back just because the contracts are bad. That brings down the probability of you winning that trade, even if the stock is moving in the direction of your trade. So if you're in calls and it's moving up, which you should be profiting, but because your contracts are so bad, you will still take a loss. So that goes into that high probability setup where you want to trade a stock that's going to have high volume, that's going to get good contract. And when it comes time to get rid of your contracts, you want to be able to know, hey, you can get rid of it. For every buyer, there needs to be a seller. For every seller, there needs to be a buyer. And now if you can't get rid of your contract, you're stuck in that trade. You're stuck in that trade. Your contract is going to go to worthless. That means you're going to end up losing. You're giving your money away to the market. You say, hey, I'm just going to donate this money to the market. So make sure you trade high liquidity stocks. Pick 1 to 3 stocks. You can choose Tesla, you can choose Nvidia, you can choose Amazon, you can choose Google, you can choose SPY, you can choose QQQ. Those stocks, just pick three. Just pick three stocks and then look for the high volume contracts, which those stocks alone already have it. So which makes you having to search for certain contracts makes it a lot easier because you'll see it right in front of you. Right now, the next step, let me do a quick review. The first step we had was structure your account. We're picking out cash account, applying for level 2 options trading. The second step was creating your risk management strategy. And then the third step, we have the stock and contract selection. And now the fourth step we have is the compound effect model. So there are 252 trading days in a year. 252 trading days a year. Think about this. If you just make $20 a day, that's $5,040 a year. $5,040 a year. So if you think about trading for the long term, as opposed to just getting in and out where you're like, hey, I'm going to get rich tonight and that's it, right? You have a short-term mindset. If you have a long-term mindset, thinking, hey, if I just make $20 here, if I make $5 today, $10 tomorrow, and it will add up over time, you're guaranteed to walk out being profitable. But the problem is everyone wants instant returns where they're making 100%, 200%. Focus on those small gains and let it compound over time. It will add up. And you don't have to win every single day out of the year. So, but if you win about 60% of your trade out of that $5,040, that's more than $3,000 that you're making for the year right there. And mind you, we have a strong risk management strategy that we're following. So given that we have the strong risk management, we're not risking any more than 1 to 5% of our overall account balance. Going back to the $500, 20%, which is $100, and then having a 25% stop loss, which is $25, which is 5% of the overall account balance of $500. And now you have that protection, and now you're winning consistently, taking in high probability setups, trading stocks with high volume, finding good contracts. Automatically, your account will grow over time. You have to stay consistent. Don't rush the process or feel the pressure where I have to grow this account from $500 to $10,000 instantly overnight, because it is easy to have FOMO. Granted, right? We see so much online, people showing these massive gains, 10,000, 20,000. So we think automatically this is going to come like this. Failing to realize people are not telling you about the downside. They're not showing you the losses, all that comes with it. So you have to have that long-term mindset where you allow it to compound over time. So therefore your account can grow, can mature. Think like a long-term investor and you will be perfectly fine in the long run. So follow these simple steps and you will have a profitable trading journey, a better account over time where it's going to grow consistently. Stick to those rules, and you will be perfectly fine. So guys, do me a favor. If this video was very helpful, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Even if you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Just do something. Leave a comment below if you have a question or if anything you want me to go over in the next video. Leave it in the comment section. Also, if you want to join my options community, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. And then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button, share this video, and make sure to leave a comment and a thumbs up. So thank you guys for your time. See you in the next video.